Check this out. Well, you can't really see it because it's dark, but this is a cool tree. That's all. Just wanted to show you the tree. And you can't see anything at all. Let's see if we can get our shadow on the screen so we can say hi. Yo. There we go. So now that I have addressed you, and I've made the proper pleasantries, saying yo, that's it. Let's get right to it. So it's 1 a.m. Maybe a bit later than that. Going for a walk, burning that midnight oil. But not going for just any walk, we're going to get water. And on the way here, about, I'd say, hey, look, a cat. You see, the cats, they don't really much appreciate me trying to pet them. So I'm just going to leave it alone. What the fuck is wrong with that cat? Does it not have legs? I know that as soon as I get close enough, she's just going to dart away. Oh, she does have legs. What the hell? That was odd. Well, you probably couldn't really see any of that, but the cow was sitting in an odd way, making it kind of looked like she didn't have the front legs. Yeah, anyway, about 12 minutes ago, maybe 13, started filming, and didn't really talk about much. Talked about a light. There's a weird red light off in the distance. Talked about another different, not red this time, blinking light at the cemetery, and how the gate to the cemetery was open, but I didn't go in. With the excuse that it's 1 a.m. and I wouldn't want to disturb the guards or anything, but we all know I was just being, a pussy, as usual. Then I talked a bit about dogs, and I talked a bit about growing surf-footed, and about, just not really appreciating the things that you have an abundance of, and how even if I was, say, to force myself to feel grateful for all these things, such as, me, for example, right now going for a walk unrestricted despite the global pandemic, being out at night, not wearing a mask, it being nice and quiet, stuff like that. There's another cat over there, you can't see it. Even if I were to force myself to feel grateful for these things, physically, or at least, say, emotionally. Be quiet, will you? It's always the small dogs that bark the most. It's so annoying. Even if I were to do that, I still wouldn't appreciate it as much as someone that had none of this would, if they were to, come across it. And it's just really interesting how, I wouldn't say life, even though this is true and I do agree with it, but let's just say that liking things, being happy, it's all about perspective. And we all know that. But maybe we don't really understand just how much that actually matters, just how true that is. That it's all about perspective. I mean, I don't know, it's just interesting to think about, and the fact that despite there seemingly being no real thing stopping you from feeling happy, or no real thing making you sad or upset, it seems that some people out there simply, there's another cat over there, simply cannot quite figure it out. And it's not really about figuring it out, it's about getting it to work. This is results-driven business life. It is. I mean, think about natural selection. Natural selection isn't like a test where you have to study and then you pass it and then, oh, congratulations, you get to reproduce. No, it's complete meritocracy. You do it and then that's it, you did it. You didn't do it, well, too bad, you must have tried, but for whatever reason it didn't work out. It can come down to you having some kind of mutation that makes you differently colored and all the other males look less appealing. Look, there's a dog, I'm gonna try to pet him. Hey, be quiet. Shh. There's a lot of things that go into it. So, it's not really about figuring it out. It's more about just having it work out. I think I know this dog. He's probably not gonna let me pet him. Fortunately, he's kind of hiding. Not really, not quite. Let's see if we can do it. He sees me. Alright, he's coming towards me. Hi. 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 See, he's scared. I'm not going to try too hard because simply not worth it. He's not even that fluffy. But there is another place right up ahead. Right there. There's a dog inside. He's already wagging his tail. He's excited. You can hear him like whimpering. Can't really pet him because he's inside. He's really, really excited, but I can't pet him properly. Maybe I could do the following. I could like do this. There you go. He's a good dog. Fortunately, I can't really spend too much time here with him. He might make too much noise and wake someone up and they're gonna be like, yo, where are you petting my dog, dude? As I was saying, it's a weird sound. Someone have like a gas leak? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, perspective. It's hard, isn't it? Now I'm watching the serial. Watching this series, I think it's what it's called, not a serial. It's called The Ozarks, or just Ozark, I think. So this guy that's money laundering for a cartel. Anyway, basically they're in this place and nobody likes it because they're all like filthy rich, and they got to come there by circumstance. They're like pre-teens and teens, and they don't like it there, and they complain about their lives being miserable and whatnot. And to me that place really, it sounds positively amazing. I mean, I'd love to be there. And after a bit of time, they start to sort of appreciate the circumstances that they're in. For example, they bought this house, and it quote-unquote came with an old man. So the old man was selling the house and he had a condition. His condition was that he'd continue to live in it until he died, which he did die in like a year. At first they didn't like the old man because, he was an old man. And he went skinny dipping and he was quite direct and everything. But after a bit they discovered that he was actually quite nice. And they started liking him, and they started liking the place where they lived. So I think it'd be nice if everyone sort of started looking for reasons to like places and things rather than reasons to, wallow in self-regret and whatnot for places that they've left and things they no longer have. So yeah, think about that.